ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Ervin Laszlo. And Ervin, actually, maybe you'd like to just introduce yourself and what you're working on to our viewers.
And that is always the most difficult question, to know who you are. I have been many things. I've been a concert pianist. I have been an official at the United Nations, and have been a professor of philosophy and future studies for many years. And currently, I'm involved in 2 or 3 major enterprises. One of them is a new online university, which we are tentatively now, it should be launching in September. We'll be calling it the United World University, because it will be available anywhere in the world through anybody's iPad or laptop, and will give the master's and bachelor's degrees and MBAs. And another thing that I'm doing is the Club of Budapest, which is a kind of an international think tank, which has a branch in Australia as well. And then also I'm writing books, and I just come out with a new book. A short version has just been published, and a long version will be published June 5th, which is called The Akasha Paradigm, New Thinking for a New World. So in a nutshell, these are the enterprises that I'm involved with just now.
So I might start with this question, Ervin. Why is there so much uncertainty in the world today?
Why is there uncertainty? Because we don't know what's happening exactly when something changes so fundamentally. What we do know, with a good deal of certainty, is that change will come. We don't know exactly when it will come. We don't know what form it will take, and we don't know what results it will end up with. So we are at the end of an epoch, and uncertainty as about the future means that we have to prepare for not knowing what there is, but also to know that it's not a question of predicting or knowing what there will be, but a question of creating, building what there will be, what we want to be. So creativity is the hallmark of this particular epoch in human history.
What do you think are the most wicked problems that we're facing today?
Sustainability in one word. Sustainability for 7 billion humans. That has so many aspects. That means that can we make sure that all of these people, many of whom living in great poverty and deprivation, can survive into the next decade, that can live together peacefully, that can live in an environment that provides the necessary quality of air and water and food, can provide the information, the education, the skills that we need to live? Can we assure cooperation instead of competition? These are all tasks, challenges in front of us. I think wicked on one hand, opportunities on the other. On the Asian continent, this tremendous giant, China, has given us in its heritage a concept about crisis, because I understand the word for crisis in Chinese is wei ji, which means danger and opportunity. So the danger is the wicked problem. The opportunity is the chance for creativity. Crisis is both. And I think we should welcome the fact that crisis is on the way, because if this system was stable, it would not be able to change. It will not be responding to change. But when we know that it has to change, and in order for a new to emerge, the old has to gradually build down, has to gradually vanish. And this is the process in which we find ourselves. Our task, our great challenge, is to make sure that it is not a violent process, that we can guide it along peaceful, cooperative lines.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And what do you think are the attributes that are going to be required for leaders of the future? Obviously, there's going to be all the creativity and understanding our connections to one another. But what key attributes do you think, particularly like in schools, universities, that need to be taught, like maybe just the 5 top attributes that you think are fundamental that is stopping us from progressing at the moment?
I would say just one to start with.
Yeah.
Openness. In a sense, we have been brainwashed into a particular commercial, materialist, consumerist culture. The world is infinite. It can give us everything we want forever, and we can take everything we've done back into it practically forever. And it's up to us to manipulate it and to, as Francis Bacon said, but that was 700 years ago, to wrench the secrets of nature from her bosom for her own benefit. And that is a very mistaken attitude, as we now find out. We need to be open to connections, because we do sense each other. We do have a survival instinct. We do have intuitions. These come to fore in art, in music, as you know. If you perform, you also, I'm sure, have this feeling of being connected. We have lost our sense of connection with each other and with nature. We have to be open so that we pick it up again. At the leading edge of the sciences, there is information coming through now, discoveries that our brain is picking up far more information than coming through our senses. On the level of quantum nanometer size arrays of networks in our brain, we are picking up quantum resonance information. The world is interacting with our brain, and that information could come into our consciousness. But modern people are so sure that that kind of information is just bunk, is just fantasy. So we suppress it. We believe that if we do not see it, it can't exist. And we believe that it cannot exist, we do not see it, you know. So it's a total repression. That, I mean, openness, we have to overcome that.
Yeah. And in terms of, do you think that technology is contributing to that sense that people don't believe in a larger plan, in a more connected world? Do you think that technology, in a sense, makes it easier for people to quash a larger connect? In some ways, we're more connected than ever before, yet we're not so much.
Yes. What technology? You know, the leading technology of the 20th century, particularly the first part of the 20th century, was locomotives and bulldozers, you know, tremendous raw power, extension of the muscles. The new technology is extension of the brain, an extension, hopefully, of consciousness. These are the technologies, the soft technologies, the technologies of connection. It's much easier for people to recognize that the whole universe is a network of instant interconnection when they have to do with the technologies that are coming online on Earth, when they can connect to anywhere on the Earth simultaneously at any moment in time. So we know that there is a network into which we can switch in. It's easier for us now to understand that nature is such a network. It's not just a human artifact. Nature is operating as an interconnected, evolving, co-evolving giant system. That is the new technology that makes it easier for us to believe and to understand that.
So, do you have any particular predictions around the future?
That it will be different from the present and different from the past. That's what I would say. Because, as I said, the future is not to be predicted, it's to be created. And how we create it is still not decided. We have this window in time. We are now getting very close to the end of that window. We don't know exactly when that is, but we are in the midst of a process of change. And it's a wonderful time to be alive, because it's a time to be creative. If you try to be creative in a stable system, you were excommunicated. You were put into prison. Or if you were in modern times, you were sent into a psychiatric ward. You know, there's something wrong. In an unstable time, if you're creative, then new ideas have space, have possibility to blossom. This is our time. It's such a wonderful time for creative people.
Okay, well, that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. This is Ervin Laszlo calling us and talking with us from Italy, and we're so grateful to you for your insight and your wisdom, and we hope that you will come and visit us. Maybe you will come to Creative Innovation 2013 when we have moved, when the shift is happening and we are creating in the emergent period.
Wonderful. I'd love to do that, and congratulations on these initiatives and all my best wishes for its full success.